Joining us now is Cabinet Minister and Senior BJP Leader, Mr. NITIN Gadkari. Mr. Gadkari, appreciate you joining us here on CNBC TV 18. So I know there's a lot of activity in the various ministries that you're looking after. I'll get to that in just a bit, but if I could very quickly ask you, because this is a question that the markets are grappling with at this point in time, is there hope of a special session being reconvened perhaps in the early half of September to try and push the GST bill through?
GST bill is very important for the development of this country. And presently in the world, many strong economic countries also facing the problems. And this is the time for the all parties. I also appeal to Congress party and other parties that in the national interest, as early as possible, we should approve the bill of GST. But the most important thing is, if the Congress party is ready to support it, then there is question. Then we can think about it.
Sir, the Parliamentary Affairs Minister, Mr. Venkaiah Naidu, has told us that your government has reached out to all political parties. You're open to discussion. I spoke with Mr. Veerappa Moily, Congress leader, yesterday, and he said that no one has reached out to the Congress party. No effort has been made for conciliation, and they stick to their demand as far as the GST is concerned. Is there any hope of a breakthrough at all? Because if there is no breakthrough on GST, then there's no point of reconvening the Parliament session.
Actually, my information is Venkaiah ji already discussed this issue with the many stakeholders of different political parties, and our government is trying to convince them, and we need their cooperation. And the present economic situation in the country, this is the time for all parties that they should take the decision in the interest of the economy of our country. And I again appeal all political parties, just leave the politics, and for the national interest, they should come and they should help for the government, for our economy in the very crucial time to support them. And that is the need of the hour.
If the Congress does come on board as far as the GST is concerned, what could be the possible timeline of the special session, sir?
It is the Parliamentary Minister Venkaiah Naidu who is taking initiative and discussing the issue. And after, when we get the response from the parties, our government and the Prime Minister.
So the first half of September, would that be?
I don't know. It is up to decide by the Parliamentary Minister and Prime Minister.
Okay. Let me move to another issue, sir, which you have been personally involved with. You've in fact been driving that issue, and that is the issue as far as the changes in the land law concerned and the land ordinance. The parliamentary panel is now going to submit its report only in winter. So we don't know what the fate of the legislation itself is going to be, whether that will be part of the special session, if at all the special session is called. We're now hearing the talk of an executive order being passed because the ordinance cannot be repromulgated unless you prorogue the session. Can an executive order take forward what the ordinance has left, sir?
That is the issue related with the rural ministry. They will take the decision.
So you've been involved with this, sir, from day one.
I will tell you two things very clearly. In Man Ki Baat, even in Parliament, and even Niti Aayog, Prime Minister every time clear that we are open. We are ready for discussion. We will invite suggestions from your side. But fortunately, the responsible political party, the UPA, some particular Congress party, they make the boycott on the meeting of Niti Aayog. Now the problem is that the land acquisition is a subject in concurrent list. And majority of the minister, when there was a subject of land acquisition in the Niti Aayog meeting, they appealed to the Prime Minister that we can take the decision, we are authorized to take the decision, we want development. And when we are ready to take the decision, whatever the important law where we want to change in the Land Acquisition Act, we are ready for it. We will make the appropriate rules for that. So why are you taking the risk, and some people are making politics here?
So are we giving
better way you give us a right, we will do it.
That part I understand, that now the government is looking at empowering state governments to take their call as far as land acquisition is concerned. But in the interim, because Mr. Naidu has also gone on record to say that we have to ensure continuity. If you cannot repromulgate the ordinance because the session hasn't been prorogued, how do you ensure continuity? Or are you willing to let the ordinance lapse and let the state governments as and when decide what they want to do with the Acquisition Act?
Our government will take appropriate decision at the appropriate time.
That's all you're going to say?
Yes.
So the ordinance will lapse And will you ensure continuity or not, sir? That's my only question that I'll ask you on this.
Your question is very important. But my answer is the appropriate time, appropriate decision.
You don't have much time, so the ordinance lapses on the 31st of August.
So wait and watch.
Okay. Let me now ask you about the decision that was taken by the Cabinet Committee on Economic Affairs just last night, and this has to do with BOT projects. A similar decision was taken in March, if my memory serves me correctly. What is the difference now? Is it only the fact that the investors can now use can exit and actually use that to fund power projects, to deleverage their own balance sheets, because earlier it was supposed to be used only for road projects bid out by the NHAI?
Actually, the decision was that any project, if he sells his equity, he can only invest in the other infrastructure project of National Highway. But the Contractor and Builder Association of India, they give me the representation. Actually, there was problem was that there were some of people doing power projects, some infrastructure project in the state, some other infrastructure projects, and somewhere there was a big problem, crisis in the banks. Bank are not giving them money. The account was NPA. So the appeal is that allow us to, whatever we get the money, we can give it to the bank. Our account will be regularized and bank will give us the money. So these are the practical problems. So because of that, we again take that note to the cabinet, and now cabinet approve that. So now there is no problem that anyone who is going to sell his equity, he can invest his money either on any infrastructure project, either state government, on a power project or anywhere, or either he can return his money back to the bank also.
So how many projects are likely to benefit on account of this? Because you said that industry has made representations to you. What kind of pain is likely to be moved out of the system on account of this decision that you've taken?
No, to be very frankly and fairly, I am telling you, these are all problems created by the previous government.
Sure.
And my intention is whatever it may be, now we want to solve it. From the next, when our government starts work, we have already changed all type of rules and regulations. Without 80% of land acquisition, we are not giving any appointment order to anybody. We are going to clear first, forest environment clearance, then we are giving the appointment order. Same thing with the railway overbridge. So now this is not the problem in now for the future. But the past there are a lot of problems. There was the number of projects, something, I don't know, but it's 280 something. And
240 projects under the PPP model, 186 was stuck. Out of the remaining 44, you said have been terminated, 80 have been restarted, and only about 20 to 25 projects continue to be stuck. That was our last conversation.
22 to 26 projects.
Yeah.
They are the big projects we are facing the problems. Now I am decided taking the review of every state regarding all type of projects, and I will get the correct information. But my positive approach is how to start the project, how to solve the problem.
Okay.
And now that is the only this benefit will go to 8 or 10 projects.
Let me put to you a question the Finance Minister raised very recently. He said that he hopes that the Railway Ministry will now start to spend very quickly the money that has been allocated to the Railway Ministry for this particular year. Is that a problem with your ministry as well, or are you on track to be able to deliver what you've promised so far?
We are on the track. We are making the expenditure, but my expectation is too high from my department. I am also very much keen to accelerate the speed of my department. I want to change the system. The administrative system of the department is not good because this bureaucratic system delays the project. We are very much committed for transparency. We are very much committed for reduce the cost of construction, and at the same time we want to very much intended to make it a good quality. But are you on track, sir, to award 1 lakh crore rupees worth of projects, highway projects this particular year? Because that was the target that you had set out for yourself. Madam, actually it's more than that. Already, probably, because I don't have the list, but yesterday I was discussed with my officers, it is more than that.
More than 1 lakh crore.
So before March, coming March, I want to complete from when I taken a charge as a minister, before March, I want to complete the target of 3 lakh crores.
3 lakh crores before March. You had set out a target of 5 lakh crores over the next 4 years, sir.
4 years.
So you're saying by March next year you want to
This is my internal target,
Huh.
and I'm working on it. And therefore, whatever target I decide, I have a track record that always I complete.
So since you're talking about targets, you went from 7 kilometers to 14 kilometers. What is the target now? Because eventually you want 25 to 30, but by the end of this calendar year...
Leave it about my personal target, but my declared target is 30 kilometers per day, 2 years.
Have you moved up beyond 12 and 14?
100%.
How much are we currently doing, sir?
That is not with me, but in the March end I will tell you exactly, but it will be more than 30 kilometers per day.